video, we started to make our chessboard. So we're going to continue with this and start to make the pieces for the board. So as you can see, I named our last part studio to chessboard. We're going to start a new part studio in this document. We'll give it a name, pawn. Now for this sketch, we're going to be using the front plane. So I'm going to flip over in the view cube to just look at the front. And we're going to be creating an outline with lines and using the revolve tool to rotate those lines. Now it's totally up to you what design you want. Maybe you're going to find an image online to take reference from. Maybe you're going to bring the image in to somewhat trace the design like we've done in a previous video. Or you might have artistic ability to just freehand it like I'm about to do. So I'm going to select the plane. I'm going to start by doing the outline of the piece, giving it some rough dimensions, hitting escape in between every tool change, go down to a tangent arc, put a nice round base on the bottom. Maybe I'll go up to the center point arc and put an arc on the top, connecting it back to the center line. Then I'm going to go maybe put a tangent arc here. Something like that. And I'll add a little bit of a collar to it. Okay, we'll see what that turned out like. So I'm going to go to the revolve feature and faces and sketches, regions to revolve, and the revolve axis is going to be along this line. So there we go. There's our pawn. Now if I don't like the design, I can go back to my sketch and maybe delete some things that I don't really like. Maybe something like that. And as you make those changes, it will change your pawn. So I'm leaving the customization completely up to you. Once you have your pawn complete, you can now go to your assembly tab and we can start to assemble your parts. So we have a blank assembly. We're going to start by inserting our chessboard. We'll drop that down somewhere in our part studio. And now we have our pawn. And I can place this anywhere on our assembly. So as you can see, it's a little too big. So we'll have to go back and adjust that, but we'll do that in a minute. So we're going to use our planner mate. And we want to connect those two, but not that way. I'm going to hit Control Z, undo that, insert my chessboard, oops. There we go. Now it's fixed to our assembly. Now it's way too big, obviously it's too big for that square. So if I go back to my pawn, go to sketch 1, maybe I'll give this some dimensions. 1.2, that's way too big, we'll make that 1. And if I go back to our assembly drawing, you can see it is already adjusted in size. Still a little bit too big. So go back, make that 0.75. Okay, there we go. There's just a simple example of a pawn. If you wanted to, you can add all 8 pawns on both sides, and then you can also change the color of each. Thank you for watching.